great because obviously it's a little old. But that was one that you could look at and say, oh, I couldn't find anything. And so it was really nice. It was pretty, it was smooth, it was clear, clean, it went up. So we like that one. All right, we're going to move on to a few dismounts. Back to ski. Our only deduction was a 05 for legs apart. So, you know, height of landing. And, you know, even though we give those dismounts at E, it's pretty rare that you don't have a deduction on a double back dismount. So they're taking a big gamble doing that collegiately. And, you know, when every 05 and 10 counts a lot for them. So when we see girls at college doing that, it's really nice that they can do it that well. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think as you see other dismounts coming up, her round off is completely turned over on takeoff. She is straight. Her hips are open, her chest is up, and she's punching the beam. A lot of times you see girls not drive their leg over the top, have an angle on their round off, pike in the hips, and just sort of roll off the beam. She's in such a beautiful position out of her round off, completely standing up, able to punch the beam, and yet show a really efficient double tuck position.
Okay, the next one is round off 2.5 twist. Question?
The zip-off, are you going to deduct anything on her dismount for landing? She stuck it, but she stuck it with her
One part of the other. That was my 05.
Oh, okay. I thought you said leg apart.
Yeah, well, I
think I leg apart. Brought her back.
All right, what was our landing deduction? 1,001. Good. And really, that's all I saw.
That was an excellent round off again. Just felt maybe she had a little more extension through her feet on takeoff. That's about it.
Okay, we have a round off 1.5 twist. Could have used some more height. Remember, we're up to 3, so you're probably going to want to take a middle of the road deduction there. Her form was a little loose, her body was a little loose, she landed really close. So, you know, I'm not going to give you a total number, but you're going to definitely have several different deductions on that routine.
Yeah, and the amplitude here was affected by the arms dropping on the round off, leg not driving over the top, didn't finish the round off with her hips underneath her. They were behind her a little bit, and you could just see her roll right off the beam.
Okay, this is our punch front Ruby, I think.
Yeah.
All right, lacking height, of course, so she needed to push through and get up in the air a little bit more. Body position, her twist, she was piking it down. She had the lower landing and the step, so had this been a bonus situation, which it was not, but if it was, we probably would be looking at possibly losing that. So it could be a 2, 5, 3.
Definitely just drop the chest right on takeoff, kind of putting a ceiling on how high she was going to go. She needs to stand up with her chest up, use her arms going into the Rudy so that she gets her height and amplitude.
Okay, we have another double back. Remember the first one. It's not scary. It's not scary. Nice, not quite as nice as the first one. Just had the landing errors that we could see her chest was down. She never quite opened it up, didn't quite land it, had to step. So minor deductions of maybe a 1/10 and a half, maybe 2. But you know, I think you're still going to be able to give her that E bonus on that dismount.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought she could have just been a little tighter and taller on takeoff, but I thought it was a pretty good double back.
And then we have one more. We have the infamous cartwheel gator full. But it was nice. Body shape. She didn't quite hold that layout. It's nice and straight, but it was a very pretty dismount and nice. The thing about the layout gainer folds is that, you know, it suffices for their special requirement, but be careful that you're really looking for that nice stretched body shape while they're doing it throughout, and then they're using their knees to bend in more of a hollow shape, not a piking down body shape to land it. And that dismount there, she does a cartwheel into it. It wasn't just a single element. So it might have been maybe a little better than just the minimum requirement. But comparing that dismount to the girl before that took the gamble to do the double back dismount, we have to be able to separate with distribution to help us separate those routines away from each other. So take just a couple seconds break because we're going to judge a couple routines. Oh yeah, oh wait, don't go. Wait, we have to look at one more little clip. Just 2 things. Then you can think. We have just a couple examples. There were questions about what is the E layout on beam. So as soon as it comes up, we'll see. And now that we made the layout D for JO as well, some of the issues aren't going to be issues anymore. But, okay. Thank you, Myra, for the video.
I thought you Mini Coopers or something.
I'll guarantee you. In case you were wondering, what counts as the E layout? You already know. Okay, and here's how you really define it. So, when you see her body in vertical, right? And then here's her position. She's laid out. And there's one. So that would be the E, no question. So the D that we're looking at layout and then they pipe down, You're going to want to see that stretch as they leave the beam and as they get to vertical, and then they pike it over, then you can call that the D. We didn't really have any video of that though to show you, but I thought this was definitely going to get your mind in the right spot for what's